been a minute. It's me, Samantha, and I kind of wanted to get on here and I got a lot on my mind about the state of the tech industry, the economy. I'm not an economist, by the way, but as a software engineer who is going through it, I got a lot on my mind, and I just wanted to record something where I just like got all this stuff off of my chest and like I don't know, maybe you could relate. Maybe someone else understands where my head is at or has some answers for me, because I definitely don't have the answers. So if you came here expecting for some answers, we're just gonna yap it up right now. Yeah, I guess, where do I even begin? I feel like a lot's been going on recently with the UPS and Amazon layoffs that's been happening. Thousands of people laid off. I've been hearing dialogue about it. Some of it I'm just like, I just have so many questions. I just have so many questions. For one, I think we went from, now my industry as a software engineer, being in tech, we've been having layoffs for a long time now. But I think now we're starting to see layoffs in middle management, corporate. I mean, I've seen project managers get laid off 2022, 2023, and like mass layoffs and stuff. But like, it was usually like more engineers at that time, because I feel like when the company that I worked for was previously having a lot more rounds of layoffs, it was because they overinflated during the pandemic. But a lot of those layoffs happened in like 2022, 2023. I feel like once, maybe even 2024, but I feel like once 2024 and 2025 started to hit, I think a lot of those layoffs had more AI influence than it was like over growth of the company during the pandemic. Long story short, AI stole my job, bro. It's coming for yours too. No.
Let me just say real quick. A lot of people feel the same way as this woman in terms of AI stealing their jobs. Yeah, it's just a very common issue right now in this tech industry. Um, it's crazy what's going on right now. It really is. Let's get some comments really fast. Love the rant. I think there's a lot you can do and share with your channel. Stay strong. Definitely subscribe because the video is too relatable. The reason why I post this kind of content more now than what I would post in terms of, how to do this, how to do that, in terms of IT support or just tech in industry. I think people need to know at least, you know, what's going on. You know what I'm trying to say? I think that's really important to know at least, or just to be aware on what's going on with the market. So you're not wasting your time learning about something that may be obsolete or that won't do you any justice. You know what I mean? I get people asking me questions all the time about IT support. I work in IT. And it's always, questions about, how do you, like, should someone take a CompTIA A plus or network security or, networks, CompTIA network, like that trifecta. And I'm not going to tell people yes or no, you should do it, but I just think you should know exactly what the market's doing. And it may be enough information to help you determine, okay, maybe this field is not going to be the most, like the smartest thing to up or to get into because of what's going on. Maybe I should pivot to something else. So I think that's why I hope that made sense. But that's why I post this type of content where people are just speaking their truth about the tech layoffs, them working as a engineer or developer or IT support person or IT professional. I think you should know exactly what the market is going. I mean, what's going on within the market to make your decision on what you want to do or what kind of job you're looking to obtain. So I hope that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know if I actually believe that. But what I do feel like is a toll booth operator when Easy Pass came in. Like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Like, what you mean? This? I thought, what? Like, I thought we were just going to be doing this. And now it's like, I haven't seen a toll booth operator
Yep.
in New York, I could say, at least.
Here in Florida too, it's been about 10 plus years now. I haven't seen a toll booth operator in 10 years. It's crazy. Everything is just all digital. It's crazy.
Since I was a kid, and it's just like, ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm like Going the way of the dodo bird.
Self checkouts too at stores like Walmart or like any big grocery store. You see a lot of self checkouts. You still see the cashiers, but very little now. Not nowadays. You see more self checkout, machines, which is automation. So times have changed, man.
Not me, my career, I guess I could say. And I don't know, it's just so weird. I feel like I'm in a weird place with AI where I'm just so confused on how the people who are building this and pushing this out, um, how do they expect to incorporate this into like society? I just I hear these things about like, all these like AI stuff is going to be able to do these things, and then we're just going to be able to relax and watch cat videos all day. And AI took my job. So when am I supposed to start watching cat videos? You know what I mean? Like, I can't just sit down for the rest of my life and do nothing. And it's not that I don't want to, trust me. But in a capitalist society, if AI takes my job, I'm not sitting at home watching cat videos all day. I'm trying to feed myself and pay my bills and like do things. And it just feels so weird that I'm just like, so what now when we incorporate artificial intelligence into so many things that people are getting laid off left and right? And then how are they supposed to feed themselves? Like, this doesn't even seem like it's like an ideal like society. It's kind of just like, I mean, it's I feel like AI coming in and doing all of the things that it's doing is very similar to like outsourcing our jobs to like another country or something, which like I would prefer that at least people are getting paid.
So I mean, I see what she's saying, but to be realistic, if that makes any sense, I think AI is going to help build jobs. We will still need humans to be involved in automation or your artificial intelligence, if that makes any sense. Someone has to fix the machines. Someone has to manage the machines. Someone has to manage. Something may go broken, and that's going to be a technician's job to fix that machine. So it could be that in terms of those jobs will be created. Now, how do you obtain those jobs? You're asking the wrong person. You're asking the wrong person. But those jobs will be created where someone has to maintain the machines to make sure they're functioning 24/7. So, yeah, I think jobs will be created. Maybe not too many jobs will be created. So, for example, let's say 5,000 jobs were gone. They may only create 2,500, which is half, right? So that's just something I do see a lot where a lot companies well, companies, but jobs will be created, just not too many jobs for people to obtain. That's just what I think it's heading towards. So
At least people are going to eat from that, but it feels like we're outsourcing like American jobs, which is so funny considering like the party that's in power right now, like not recognizing that like this whole like we're gonna bring jobs back to America and then give them to artificial intelligence. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're not even helping people with that. Like in terms of like in a capitalist kind of way. Like you're not. No one's eating off that. Well, the rich are eating off that. I mean, I guess I'm not eating off AI taking my job. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? I don't know. And I think that what's very interesting is that I think a lot of people downplayed artificial intelligence, or that they made it seem like it was something that's like a product of well, it's a tech industry thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I don't know if you can see these beautiful palm trees. I'm in lovely Florida right now, and my Shake Shack gets delivered by a little robot. That means that some Uber delivery driver is not getting paid.
A robot.
Because I have a little robot dropping off my burger and fries. And I don't think that, I think
I gotta look into that. I'm not sure if I've heard that before. A robot delivering food. Fast food. I'm not sure if I heard of that before.
Because it's in these pockets, in these small little pockets throughout the United States that people don't necessarily like see how expansive this can get, right? Because I haven't seen any little robots deliver food in like Brooklyn and Queens when I go to New York, right? So I don't think that everyone sees how dangerous something like that could be for a whole industry.
So I live in Florida. First of all, I live maybe like 25 minutes away from Miami, very close, and it's a very populous, area. It's very very. It's just a lot of people live down here. Basically, it's South Florida, Um, but yeah, I've never seen robots deliver anything to someone. I've never seen it before. That's interesting to see. That I have to look into that.
And I think that there's currently there's a cap, right? Because like when I was living in Miami, right, and I was ordering food that was like far or I had to drive over like a little bridge, it was always a person. But when it was something that was like you didn't have to go over a bridge, then like a robot could do it, right? And it seems like okay, there's like a cap there. Obviously, like if you're trying to order something and you live in Queens and it's right over the bridge in Manhattan, like I'm sure a little robot's not gonna be able to deliver that right now. But I think that's something. Oh, this is so rambly. But I think that's something people aren't necessarily recognizing when they hear these little stories of like technological advancements here and there, is that they all compound on top of each other, right? So we're thinking, okay, these little robots in Miami may not be able to cross a bridge because it's a tiny little like robot on wheels. But when we think about California and they got Waymo with self-driving cars, it's like put those two together. We don't got no delivery drivers, no Uber drivers, cab drivers. Like it really, when you think about it, it's like, oh shit, that's a sneeze away from removing all those people from that industry.
I see what she's saying. I mean, it's look, man. As I see it, as I see it, this is no different than a world where tractors have replaced farmers, right? The machine has replaced farmers, and I guess what I'm trying to say is things went back to normal, right? More jobs were built after the trackers or machines were built to help farming become a little more easier, and now machines can do some of the work. So what I'm trying to say is things evolve, man. Things will constantly keep evolving. Technology is unstoppable. You're not gonna beat it. You're not gonna beat it. So my thing is, you have to adapt with time. You just have to. This is to me like a new industrial revolution, literally. We are living in this new revolution, and this industrial revolution has a lot to do with automation, AI, and robots. That's just the truth. So you have to adapt. You don't have to. Let me just take that back. Let me take that back. You don't have to adapt to anything, right? You can stay stagnant and get left behind, right? That's going to happen. It's going to happen because the world's going to keep moving and keep evolving, whether we like it or not, basically. So if the world is moving towards AI and automation and robots and whatnot, then that's something you have to I keep saying you have to. That's something I would encourage you to adopt because that's where the world's heading. You know what I mean? So I hope I'm making sense, but this is for the truck drivers, this is for the Uber drivers, this is for the warehouse worker, this is for someone that works in tech like me. I work in IT. No one's safe. No one's safe. Nobody is safe from this new revolution, this industrial revolution of AI, automation. No one's safe. You have to adapt. I've already started. I'm not 100%, on board with everything. Not that I'm against it, but I do realize and I am aware that this is taking place, and I have to adapt like everybody else, or get left behind. That's just the truth. So, great video. I'm not gonna play the entire thing. I'm not even like 10 minutes into this video, but what I'll do is leave the link. You can check out the video on your own time, watch the entire thing. Show her some love. This is her channel. Her name is Sammy. Obviously, you can see her name right there. Again, I will leave the link of the video in my description box of this video. And you can watch it on your own time. In the meantime, I post on LinkedIn, IG, and TikTok daily. I have a email newsletter. Feel free to join that and check out my platforms and other social platforms. But anyway, my name is Ario DeJuice. Thanks for watching. Always a pleasure. Peace out.